Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about a stock that will explode very soon and why you should keep it on your watch list. I'm also going to be doing an update on some of the stocks that we've mentioned previously. All right, and I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions. For those of y'all who dropped those in the comment section of this morning's pre-market analysis video. Now, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button along with all notifications if you haven't already done so. So let's get started right off the bat. We got the SPY right now, and I told y'all this morning, I gave y'all a very specific instructions this morning. We're gonna change it to the 15. That way we get more candles on the chart. I told y'all this morning that there will be more pain. There will be more pain, and it could be very swift. All right, and I showed y'all this thing right here that we could bounce all the way down to this previous level right over here. Right, and as soon as we get in the middle of that circle or we touch the line, we bounce like that. All right, and this is what we're experiencing at the moment. So what I can do is to pretty much just shift right over here, right here, and then right over here. We actually caught this one quite perfectly. As soon as it bounced at around like 10 o'clock, let everybody know that this thing will bounce, and it did so very well. Now I think it's gonna go all the way up above 4,700 tomorrow, and maybe even 4,750 by like Thursday. I think. I'm not bearish on the market at all. A lot of stocks have been oversold, and I think that this dip is worth it. All right, so now let's talk about the first one, the stock that y'all should keep in your watch list for tomorrow. That stock is mRNA. All right, and the reason why I want to share mRNA with all of you is because number one, it got demolished for a very long time, right? It's trying to reverse. It got to a previous level of support right here at 205, I believe. It got there, it bounced there, 1, 2, 3. All right, and also there was this thing right here. And for those of y'all who watched, I think it was Saturday's video. Yeah, I shared this in Saturday's video. For those of y'all who watched that video, I'm gonna pin it at the top somewhere over here. All right, and I showed y'all this thing right over here, the the falling wedge on the chart, which is quite clean. All right, quite clean. I also shared this one in the Discord at around like 7 a.m. right in the morning, the very first thing that I had to like address. And as soon as that alert ringed, a lot at like 2:20, a lot of people bought calls on there and made a big chunk of change on that trade. All right, I think it still got some room. If you look at this one, it broke out quite nicely, and I think it can get all the way up again to 266, as I have mentioned on the weekend. All right, so definitely watch this one for a continuation to the upside. And I know I said this stock is about to explode, but there is another one. We gotta talk about another one on Saturday. Yeah, I think it was on Saturday. I talked about this stock right here, MRK, Merck. All right, and so far it's doing quite well. This one held. It's a little bit. It's getting quite deep in the middle here. I think that if you took this one, congratulations. I made the video on Saturday. It opened at the same price at around like $79, $80, right? And then it formed this thing actually midday, which is right over here, right there. It's very tiny. It's actually on the 1 minute time frame, right here, and it popped out of there, and it just kept running throughout the entire day. All right, so this bullish pennant, which I explained in the previous video, was clean. It broke out yesterday, and then today It held, showed a different thing, and then popped again and broke out again. All right, I think it's gonna go to $83, maybe even $84. There was some news about one of their drugs right over here. Yeah, it says right here, Merck announced their phase 3 clinical trials met its primary endpoints for disease-free survival, and that is for one of their medications to treat cancer is Keytruda. That one is they used it as an adjuvant therapy in the study. And adjuvant therapy is pretty much like secondary therapy to increase the efficacy of the primary cancer therapy. All right, and yeah, that seemed to be good news for the stock, and more money started to flood into the stock as well. So I don't think this move is done yet. I think it has more room. I do. So definitely keep this one on your watch list as well. All right. Now let's do some updates on some stocks. The first one that we're going to address, I told y'all to watch Baba. All right, and we did take a trade on Baba. We definitely did. We bought it right over here at around like 126 ish. Again, I bought at the first buy was over here somewhere, right there, and then we waited patiently until like the close after this flag to buy another one at the close. All right, and then it gapped up the next day on Friday, like right after that video, everything gapped up, and then we just took our money off at the open at 130, and then we took our money off again at 132, and then we just left all the Chinese stocks alone. All right, we just left them alone. We were happy with the gains. We just left these alone, and so far it looks like it was a good decision. How long is it gonna take to get up there? I don't know yet. I think it might even get there tomorrow, since the momentum is like picking back up and money is flooding back into the markets. So definitely watch Chinese stocks for a reversal. All right, for a continuation to the upside. I mean, that's what I mean. Continuation towards like 132 is going to happen eventually. It's only a matter of time. Now, another stock that we have to address. That stock is Lucid. Lucid, LCYD. All right. Now, in regards to Lucid, I kind of sort of like it. I would like to see one more day that kind of looks exactly like this, and then I want to see it close near $43 before I consider this for a good trade for a long to like $47. I like it. There's nice volume on the chart. I like the way it provides these opportunities right here. These are opportunities that you really don't want to like miss out on. These right there, and again right over here. All right, and I think another one is going to appear very soon. If you look on the 4-hour, it's kind of like curling back up again. All right, I'm getting the anticipation that I'm getting the sense that it might actually form a giant cup and handle, I think. All right, but first the stock has to move all the way up to like to actually $54. I think it's going to take a sweet time, and since I'm not bearish on the market, I think it's actually going to get here in this region right over here. All right, so this is a good one. I like this one. I like the fact that it held this level, and I like the fact that it's just not falling. It's not collapsing below it. All right, so watch that for that move. Now, the last stock that we're going to talk about in this video was airlines. All right, what happened with airlines UAL? And this one right here, we were in it. We bought it at the close yesterday, and I was a little bit worried because I was bearish on the SPY, and I know that when a SPY tends to dump, the majority of all stocks dump. All right, so our entry was at the close after we saw the clean bullish rectangle, and then as soon as this thing popped and it gave us an opportunity to get out, I started selling immediately. Within the first like 3 minutes, we were out of it, kind of breaking even, or just some people made some profit too, like 10% profit on this spike. I broke even. And I left the stock alone to buy puts on. Let me show y'all. To buy puts on the LTR. And the reason why I did was because of what I've mentioned in the video this morning. I drew this sketch in the video in the morning. I also set an alert right at 1:39. And once that got reached, and I saw that it looks exactly like my drawing, we had to buy puts on there. Like, we immediately had to buy puts. So this is what I mean. This is the LTR, all right? And the LTR today, it kind of like, well, on Friday, it did this little dead thing, this little dead bounce, and then it opened lower. And then as soon as it opened, the alert rang right over here. And then we had to like accumulate on puts right there, all right, at 139. And so far it's at 135. I don't have high hopes, even though I am bullish on the market. I think that this move is not something that longs want. There is this bearish harami right there, followed by the follow through, and then the next one could be something like this, where we go down to like 130. Again, the same thing as I drew in this morning's video. So congrats to anybody who also saw this. I saw somebody in there comment the LTR in the comments. Hopefully you took it. Hopefully you made some money on it. We made some money on it as well. So that's my very honest opinion on the stock, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot, and it allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are brand new to the channel or you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on daily uploads. If you would like to be part of a private Discord community, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following us on social media, you can find me at Ngumah and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you, if you're interested in getting started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below, step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ngumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.